I believe Candace Owens is racist against people of color, but I'm 100% sure that she's not godly. I believe she's racist. I have good reasons to believe this. She spent lots of time beating up on her own people. She's been doing this for a long time. Now, it could be that she just found the avenue for her success that she's having. She have close to what 3 million subscribers, and no doubt they are all right wing supporters. She are doing the bidding for that side of America that we have that is known as racist. That percentage of white America that still hold to racist values, they really appreciate people like her and Brandon Tatum and all the other sellouts. They are doing their bidding. Just like back in the days. Good black folks that did everything and obeyed, they was treated good. And they had to do right and obey because they seen what happened to they people. So some just caved and bent over backwards and did what they call good old Negro. Did everything the master wanted and said. Because they didn't want to face them consequences. But year after year of hearing this woman talk about black folks the way she do. Brandon Tatum, he does it too. But he's not as severe as Mrs. Owens. Never mind the fact that supposedly being a woman of God, she's out of place. But she's really doing the devil bidding. She's so hell bent on putting the true identity of Obama out there. The true identity of Mrs. Harris. It get to the point where it's just like, what is your motives? What are your true motives? Is she just doing this for popularity's sake because she know what the people want? Is that the reason why she's doing it? She got millions of followers. I see the comments. They are applauding her and praising her and commending her on the stuff she's doing, the research, all the stuff she's pulling, trying to show people Mrs. Harris' true identity, the Obama's true identity, such. But I see a lot of people don't agree with that. They don't agree with her motives. They calling her motives out. Why are you doing this? What's the purpose? Why are you so hell bent on uncovering the Democrats? Why are you so hell bent on on showing their true identity, who they really are, where they were born? They not American. They not, you know, what's the motive? Are you being deceitful with what you're doing? Are you really doing it from the heart just to want people to know? Now, if you're going to go down that road of racial identity, who is or who isn't, where they were born and where they not born in America, such and all that, and you leaning on word of mouth, you leaning on stuff that you have gathered outside of true facts that you know, that you have gathered yourself, that you went to the sources and got. So if you're gonna go down that road, which it really amounts to conspiracy theories and untruths, then you will have to do that with Donald Trump and the people on the right too. Because if you're leaning on word of mouth, information that you have gathered outside of personal information that you cannot gather on these people, then you can say, then you have to say the same thing about Trump and anybody else, because you can't take that man word that he was born in America and is 100%. You can't take his word. You can't take nobody's word. If you're gonna go down that road, you're gonna believe Trump is American because he say he was born in America, right? And he was hell bent on disclosing somebody else's identity, Obama's birth certificate and all that. How did Donald Trump get that information? See, when you start going down them rabbit holes, it don't go one way. Rabbit holes go all sorts of ways. People buy this stuff. People that follow these idiots, they buy that stuff. They love that stuff. Conspiracy theories. At the end of the day, that's all it is. When she do all that research, supposedly doing all that gathering, doing all that putting that information together, it's still at the end of the day not credible. People don't care. People nowadays, they don't care. Especially on their side, anything against the Democrats, anything, they love it. But you can come along with the same stuff about Trump and somebody, they're going to despise it and call you a lie. Judge Joe Brown is just full of hot air too. He do all that talking. Judge Joe Brown been doing a lot of talking for a long time. He have a lot of hot information about high-profile political people. He know a lot about them, but yet his information never led to anything. You would think that him being a judge in America, it would be no issue for him to be heard. That stuff y'all falling for is not factually based. stuff y'all falling for on both sides when it comes to stuff like that. It's not factually based. You don't have nothing to prove what you are saying about Mrs. Harris' identity or Barack Obama's identity. You only have theories, unproven sources. Oh, I went here and got this. I went there and got that. That stuff is a lot of that stuff. As far as you know, they identity. You talking about going deeper and really looking in behind and seeing, getting it personal. I seen her videos. I don't watch her video, but I seen some of her stuff. She went and found what's her name, uncle. She did this. She been talking to. Come on. People are eating that stuff up. Then she promoting a book. People buying this stuff. People are buying this stuff. I've been following politics for a long time. It's nothing but hype on both sides. It's nothing but hype. Selling you something. Selling the audience something. Buy my book. I have so much damn information in my book. If you buy my book, years of this I've been listening to this. Especially from those on the right. After they done left Washington, after they done left the White House, after another president or was not, they years later, I'm releasing a memoir. I have damn information. I got this. I got so much hot information. Buy my book. If you want to know the truth, buy my book. The book sell, but the information in that book ain't nothing. You really reading a whole book of nothing. That's all I see. Ooh, that book is so enlightening. Where the book go? Where the information go? Y'all just fall for the okie doke. Them high profile people like Candace, Owens, and people in the media and stuff like that, really, they just making money off of y'all. It's just a money scheme. At the end of the day, when Candace Owens get through pumping y'all full of hype, if you can sit down and talk to her, ordinary people, you will see that it's nothing but hype. She don't have nothing to disprove anybody's identity. Donald Trump floated that birth certificate thing around about Barack Obama. Where you get it from? What's the source? Can we believe that? We gonna believe stuff or not believe stuff depending on who said and who put it out there? That's foolishness. That is foolishness. You go and pull people ancestry.com and do all this stuff. You have to have permission and stuff like this. You have to go through a background check. You have to put your name on stuff, pulling stuff. Candace Owens ain't doing that. Y'all so easy to be deceived. That's all it is. Deception. Selling y'all something. You weak-minded people that follow these folks. Million subscribers. Trump, Tatum, Mrs. Owens. Nobody's worse than Mrs. Owens, but a lot of them on the right. So the token Negroes. They just playing y'all. They playing y'all. They looking at the stuff that y'all want to see and hear, and they using it against you to make merchandise of you. That's all. Y'all will never be able to question her. Ordinary people like me, would never, if I never reached that status of a superstar YouTuber, I would never be able to question her. They shielded. Y'all bad to people because of their popularity. I see this mess. They popular, people support them, and they don't know what they talk. They are empty. Y'all buying into the hype. That's all it is. It's hype. If Barack Obama wasn't born in America and truly American, I don't believe he would be able to be the president. Mrs. Harris wouldn't qualify to be the president. Where they can doctor stuff up. Where they can put forward. Well, if you're going to say that about them, then you have to say that about the people on the right too. Because you can't trust nobody's word. Present you paper. In it, if we're dealing with politics, if we're going to say this about the left, then you would have to say that about the right too. See what I'm saying? You would have to say that about them too. Because how you know what you're looking at is authentic? How you know? You would have to be personally involved with them families. You would have to know for yourself. You can go, well, I went over there to that country and I talked to people and I talked to folks that show they're still second, third hand gossip. A.R. Williams sit up in church the other week talking about them folks from Haiti. I talked to somebody from Haiti. He let me know. He told me there's animal sacrifice, stuff like that. That ain't nothing new. We know what Haitian. We know what the people of Haiti do. That ain't nothing new. Might be new to you. Animal sacrifices. But to try to put it on the people, they doing something so out of ordinary, extraordinary over here in America now, cause in politics, I can't believe that hype. Why don't you, A.R. Williams, get your disabled self up and go there to Haiti, spend some time, and find out, see if you can find out, see for yourself. Let's rewind the clock back some years. Since you in church now pushing that theory of Trump about the Haitian people, before this, what information did you have on the Haiti folks before then? You're a preacher. You've been around for a long time. You call yourself an apostle. Have you ever gone and spending time in Haiti? Have you ever gone to New Orleans, down on the coast, the Gulf, the coast of America, from South Carolina to Texas, and where them people practice this stuff heavily? Have you ever spent time with them people down in the Caribbean where they practice that stuff? Have you ever gone down there and try to preach the gospel and outroot that stuff? No, he ain't done it. Be wary of these so-called conservatives, these Trump supporters, these black token Negroes. Candace Owens of the devil, especially of being a woman. Now, she done swiped up religions, I think. I think now she's a Catholic. Her husband, I guess, is a Catholic faith, so now she switched to Catholic. She used to be a Democrat. Now she's a Republican. She used to be a Christian. Now she's Catholic faith. That woman is a fake. She's of the devil. She's for the bad. I would never disown my own people for the sake of the bag or for the sake of being loved by the lighter skinned people. It must be true. They are among us people of color that hates their own race. That really hate their own race. They are among us. Don't think just because they black that they like us. We're not supposed to hate nobody on the pigtation of their skin. It just what it is. The Bible say love. But if you got a person that constantly putting out news, have built a platform, have built a reputation on doing what she's doing, then it give you every reason to call her a racist. It's what she's showing. Her bigotry against black people is showing. You supposed to be a woman of God. You supposed to be somewhere quiet, tending to your house, tending to your children, not out here having a platform where you down in one race in speaking and building up another race and hide behind the sake of politics. You know, sold your soul. You being used of the devil. People on the right ain't gonna tell you that. They don't care. People have always claimed they love the Lord. Have always claimed they love God, but always have been racist. I don't get excited about people talking about they love the Lord. Out of your mouth you can say anything. What the heart is speaking. What the heart is saying. What the heart is saying. Ain't none of that stuff. She got millions of views. People eating that stuff up. Who cares? The day and time we living in politics, you can't trust nobody on the right or the left. You can't trust any of them politicians. How you know Donald Trump is a true American, which he's not? What's Donald Trump people? German or something? Some sort of Czechoslovakian or something? Trump is not 100% American. You don't got to go very far in his lineage to find that connection. He's not 100% American. Hardly anybody in America is 100% American. When you're dealing with politicians, everything's subject to be a lie. You can't trust the papers you see about them. It's just what it is. Our life shouldn't revolve around politics to that degree. You're going to be hell-bent on disclosing a person's identity. He's been a president. Can't do nothing about it. Miss Harris running for president. Can't do nothing about it. If the paper says she's legal, if all we have is showing she's legal, he was legal, anybody else legal, then it is what it is. You powerless to change anything. You don't have the power to disprove what we have. She knows that. She just playing her base. She playing her followers. Cause people like that stuff. People love that racism stuff. They always want us to believe that they not racist. Y'all can't hold that against what our ancestors did way back then. But they still live and thrive on it. They still live and thrive on it. That's why you don't hear those token Negroes on the right speaking against the good old bigot Caucasian Americans. They ain't gonna do it. They not gonna do it. An unbought Negro would speak against all unrighteousness, all sin. Ain't nobody safe when it comes to a righteous person, man of God. The Bible tells you women to be quiet and be subject, be at home. You out here in this world of politics, social media world, disobeying the Bible, yeah. At the end of the day, you disobeying the Bible. Your face is supposed to be hidden from the public as much as possible. People don't want to hear that stuff. Social media gonna send a lot of so-called godly folks to hell. Especially when you out here trying to use the Bible and claiming to be for God and claiming, but you using politics, you pushing hatred, you overbearing in politics, you using social media to line your pockets. So you gonna sell to people what they want. Conspiracy theories, conspiracies. You know that stuff you putting out there, people, it can't be tracked. You got a block world. If anything come back, you ain't gonna be at fault. It it it's second. You putting out second and third hand information, but you got the people believing that you are the source. You have went yourself and pulled the source. You know. They don't care. They ain't gonna ask you nothing like that. And you ain't gonna allow yourself to be put in a situation to act like that. This the world we living in now, social media. She got a team. She got people who gonna cover. They got people cover them, so stuff won't come back on them. Just say she gets sued for slander, all this stuff. It's fixed where she gonna worm out. Anybody who doing they fix it where ain't nothing really gonna come directly back to them. Her name gonna be safe. Create a false source program, a false, where you get this at? Go through to my such, go to here and get it. Ain't nothing gonna come back on them. Meanwhile, they're gonna continue to put them lies. They're gonna continue to produce them conspiracies. They're gonna continue to put stuff out there that people gonna eat up and view up. They're gonna view the stuff. She put out a video yesterday. Within 4 hours, that thing had about 400-some thousand views. Was Mrs. Harry previously married or something like that? Who cares? If she was previously married. If you depended on any politicians to tell you the truth, you already been deceived. The Bible already declared every man to be a liar. The Bible done declared every man to be a liar. So you depending on this politician to tell you the truth. If you putting all your faith in Donald Trump to be upfront and tell you the truth, you deceived. You putting all your faith in the Democrats to be upfront and to tell you the truth about everything personally and all this stuff. You being deceived. You already have been deceived. Y'all don't follow the Bible, but y'all claim to be holy. Everybody claiming to be holy and of God, but yet they follow these devils. They put out conspiracy theories. They eat that stuff up. Buy my book. At the end of the day, that's all it's about. Selling you a false hope, cause y'all putting money in their pockets. Social media is an avenue that made a whole bunch of people rich. Politicians, people like she getting rich. Subscribers. The more subscribers she get, the more views they get, the more money she making. By selling y'all false hype. Buy my book. People go and buy them books and all them people stuff, merchandise, like crazy. Simply because they saying stuff they want to hear. They done bought into the hype. They done bought into the hype. At the end of the day, she had nothing that can be proven against them. But you will have to say the same thing and do the same thing against Donald Trump in the right. He is subject. His birth certificate can be doctored up. We don't know what Donald Trump was born. We have no clue. We don't even know. We don't even have Donald Trump educational background. All that stuff been on lock. Why is a man that claiming to be such a genius and so smart have his educational transcripts and stuff on lockdown? Then have the nerve to call out somebody else about their education. But when she challenges him to show his educational stuff, did he do it? No, he didn't.